Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 1,000 Royal Titans, and we're going to be doing this one solo. Now, for the most part, we are going to be using a set of full Torva this whole entire video, as well as a Blood Fury, but at this point in time, I had not killed the boss yet, so this is going to be a fresh 1,000 kills, and my weapons, as well as my inventory, are going to be subject to change. But we're going to start by using the Spirit Tree and going to AIQ. We're going to have to run to the boss every time until we unlock the teleport drop. You simply run downstairs here, and you go all the way to the west, and you're going to want to go through this little shortcut. Once you arrive, you're going to be seeing all of these ice giants surrounding this area, and just a little bit to the northwest is the entrance to the boss fight, this tunnel here where you can duo and also solo. Now, I would definitely recommend that you duo this boss, but for this video, I wanted to be unique. I wanted to do something that I know not a lot of people would want to do, and that is 1,000 kills solo, which means it'll take longer, but all of this loot will be for me and will only have me to worry about when it comes to getting the pet. So hopefully today we can unlock that pet. It did come out with one, and I really hope we get it. This is the very first kill of the video, and I had just watched a 2-minute quick guide on how to do this, so yeah, I'm much better these days and I don't make any mistakes. I would like to think I perfected this boss throughout the last week of grinding it and live streaming it every day on twitch.tv/MrNoSleep. So bear with me on this first kill, but it was also a good opportunity to test out the Bofa as well as the Inquisitor Mace with Torva. Not using full Inquisitors with the mace is strange, and I did want to try that setup later on too, but of all weapons I ended up settling with the scythe as my main primary weapon for this video. It is best in slot, and I just really enjoyed using it. I feel like that made this grind much more bearable because it was very repetitive, and because I was soloing it, as you can see, just on our first attempt at a kill, it was 3 minutes long, but when I really got it down and I was trying my very best and paying full attention, I did manage to get it down to about a minute and 40 seconds on average. There we have an elite clue scroll from our very first kill of the 1,000 grind. As you can see, you can only loot one at a time. You can't loot both giants, and you can actually sacrifice your loot for another chance at the pet, but I am not going to be doing that. It is similar to a Raxor in that way, but I never sacrifice the loot because well, you know, it's a loot video. And here we have our very first collection log drop of the video, a desiccated page. Let's go ahead and open up this elite clue though, see what we get. 153k, not too bad. Using full Inquisitor with the Inquisitor Mace now, and getting my new personal best of 2 minutes and 7 seconds. It's a pretty good setup, but it's not my favorite one, but it was worth showing and worth mentioning that this is a good alternative if you don't have a scythe, but you still have money to spend. And yeah, with the Inferno Cape, it works pretty well, and it led us to another collection log drop, a Giant Soul Amulet. We're going to go ahead and charge this amulet with Law Runes and Big Bones. Good to see that Big Bones are being used so much now. Using Law Runes and Big Bones on this amulet, you can charge it up to teleport directly to the boss fight. You are right outside the entrance, and it's so much more convenient than running there, so it is a huge bonus when you're killing this boss. I mean, look how close this gets you. At this point, every single kill after I finish up the boss and I loot it, I'm just going to teleport out using my Desert Amulet, and I'm going to get all of my health, all my prayer, and my special attack back every single time, and simply teleport right back and enter the fight. And since I'll be doing this method, I'll be able to use my spec every single kill, and that's great. We also are going to pick up a lot of amulets and probably die a few times along the way. I do want you guys to know though that every time you die, it is going to cost you 500k, so try your best not to die. We only have 12 mil left in my death coffer, so hopefully we don't run through that in this video. I think I had 80 mil at one point, so I tend to die a lot while bossing. I'm just a little reckless, and now that we're live streaming it, my full attention is never on the boss, so you know, I just blame my chat. Well, here we are, 20 kills into the video so far, and now we're gonna switch over to the scythe setup. Instead of using full Inquisitor with an Inquisitor Mace, I'm gonna use my Torva, and alongside that we're gonna use a scythe. And although we are using a Blood Fury, it took me about about 600 kills to realize this, but you really don't need a Blood Fury. With this new incredible setup though, a new personal best of 1 minute and 49 seconds. And there's the loot tab, looking pretty good. We got some runes, some alchables, a little bit of materials and resources. And for all wondering, with the max melee setup, how would an xXzoticx do here? Well, although I was praying Piety and I might have been needing to pray Rigor, I did try it on about 5 kills total, and it's not good. So while it is cool that you don't have to do a full range switch by using the xXzoticx, the damage is just not worth it. But if you really want to be lazy and you don't want to do a 4 to 8 way switch, the xXzoticx might be for you. So something to consider. For now, I'm just going to be looting from Branda the Fire Queen after every single kill, because there are 2 drops from her that I can't get from Eldrick the Ice King, and I'd rather just get these 2 drops out of the way first. So here we go, kill count number 71. We did get the Mystic Vigor Prayer Scroll. So we're going to go ahead and read that right away, and we're going to learn Mystic Vigor. Now this new prayer is only obtainable by killing this boss, and it does require level 63 prayer, which in turn does replace Mystic Might in your prayer book. So it is a benefit to get, and you don't have to go to chambers to unlock this. Look at this as a stepping stone to getting to augury. And there we have 188 mil strength XP, and following that, an unfortunate death, but a decent hard clue scroll reward, so I will happily take that. Well, here we go, 100 kills into the video so far. We are 10% of the way there, and we've already unlocked a decent amount of collection logs. Now, granted, only one of them was really valuable, and that was the prayer, but we are going to be unlocking all of the collection logs in this 1,000 kill journey. The thing that I want the very most out of everything, though, would definitely be the pet. Now, although both of these bosses drop their own prayer scroll, and we've already obtained the magic prayer scroll, now we're going to be looking for the range one from the Ice King, but you also have the opportunity to get a staff piece from each of these bosses. That's right, fire and ice to create the twin flame staff. And at 125 kill count, I was fortunate enough to receive the fire element staff crown, which is what we need from Branda the Fire Queen. We've now unlocked the prayer as well as the staff piece, and we got another hard clue coming in, which leads us to a master clue. Unfortunately, only 236k from that. But now that we've gotten what we need from Branda the Fire Queen, we really need to focus on Eldrick the Ice King, because although you can get duplicate staff pieces from Branda the Fire Queen, as you can see in the inventory there, I think it makes more sense to focus on completing one staff at a time. So with that being said, and another hard clue scroll being opened, yes, you do get a ridiculous amount of clues here. From now on, I'm going to try to just loot from Eldrick the Ice King, and we can finally unlock our very first staff. There we have it, the Ice Element Staff Crown. That's beautiful. This was day 3, so the price of the staff did vary, but what was cool was only a few kills later, I did receive the Deadeye Prayer Scroll. So now we have all of the staff pieces, all of the prayers unlocked, and these prayers are untradeable, so I couldn't sell them, to try to maximize profit. We just have to read them, and once we read them, we do absorb and learn the new prayer. There we have Deadeye. Not really necessary on the main account, but I look forward to redoing this whole grind on my Iron Man and unlocking the prayers on that. But with that being said, we now combined the fire and ice with a battle staff, and we create the twin fire staff. Now we're not going to sell that just yet, but we are going to go back to try to obtain another piece of the staff from Eldrick the Ice King, because we do have that extra staff piece in the bank from the Fire Queen. So there we have it, 183 KC. We got another staff made. That is incredible. 2 staffs in under 200 kills. We're going to go ahead and put them in the grand exchange. Again, nowadays, today it's the 15th, they're 9.5 mil. This was recorded approximately 5 days ago, and they were about 6.5 mil. Nevertheless, though, 2 of them selling for about 13 mil, that's not bad. Definitely nice to finally see some profit. And here we are, 200 kills into the video so far. Keep in mind, we are using a Blood Fury, which requires a 14 mil blood shard. We're also using scythe charges, so hopefully we get a lot of staff drops and we continue to open up all of these hard, elite, and master clue scroll caskets. That will just help add to the price check, and the normal drop table is pretty decent. I mean, you guys already kind of saw a preview of it in the bank tab, and it will continue to grow from start to finish. Well, there's a beautiful elite clue scroll reward, 1.1 mil, and a new collection log slot from 618 elites overall, leading us into a hard clue, a nice 435k, and a master To my surprise, the Master was the least rewarding of all of them, but that doesn't happen too often. But another nice above average hard clue reward following that. Probably the worst hard clue reward I've seen in quite some time. You might notice at the bottom left that I always type out an amount of GP with these openings, and that's just because I try to guess how much these clues will be. But as you can see, I don't think I ever get it right. So there's 300 kills overall though at the Royal Titans, and coming in just 2 kills later, the Ice Element Staff Crown. That is awesome. The first piece of hopefully a new staff that we will obtain very soon. And meanwhile, we'll just continue to stack up these clue scrolls. I told you guys, there is a lot of them. As you can see, our kill speeds are getting much better. 1 minute and 59 seconds. Yeah, the more you practice, the better you're going to become here. And I did end up switching to Missouri as well as a blowpipe instead of a Bofa setup. And with that being said, kill count 348, the Fire Element Staff Crown, which means we can now create another staff by using fire and ice together on top of that battle staff, fresh from the Grand Exchange. We're going to go ahead and put this in for 6.8 mil. As you can see throughout this video from start to finish, they are on the rise, and even at this very current point in time, they are still going up in price. So yeah, I'm glad that I bought 30 of them. Another hard clue scroll, 219k, and the bank tab is growing. As you can see, we get orbs, battle staves, decent amount of runes, and really good seeds for Ironman accounts. So I can't wait to kill this on my Ironman. 400 kills overall with another clue scroll being completed. Let's see what we get from this one. 94k with an instant teleport out, and from the next one, I guess 742k. I was only 20k off. Not too bad. Decent clue scroll rewards recently. I mean, it's either all or nothing with these hard clues, but we are getting done with a lot of them, and hopefully we'll get closer and closer to completing the hard clue scroll collection log. But with that being said, blunts up 420 KC overall. We will happily take it. And of course, another clue, you know, why not? 44k from that one. Using the Desert Amulet definitely sped up this video, as well as using Thralls with my rune pouch. I loved using the Magic Thrall. I felt like it really did add to damage every single kill. So I do recommend that you bring Thralls here. Just after 444 KC, I did have to recharge the Scythe, but from the Elite Clue, stacking up a couple of those, 73k and 123k following that. Still yet to get a third H item from an Elite Clue, but once we do, I don't ever plan on doing elites again. 500 KC at the Royal Titans, all soloed so far. 500 kills left to go. It is a true grind. This was all live streamed on Twitch, and it was a lot of clicking. The more hours that went by, because I tend to do streams that are longer than 10 to 12 hours, the more inefficient I got, and that's why I died here so much. You really shouldn't die here, especially if you use a Blood Fury, but I was just a little reckless, what can I say? And at the end of the day, deaths do matter here, so try not to die. Try to be as efficient as possible. Just pay attention to your HP, and if you think you're gonna die, just teleport out. There's certainly no shame in that, and it'll take no time to get back here. All right, 528 kill count, and we did receive the Ice Staff Crown once again. So that is the first piece of what will be another staff that we're going to be completing. As you can see, I got multiple Deep Wilderness steps, and we're bringing Torva out there every single time. Until we get stream sniped, then I'll be very upset. But until that happens, we're going to be risking it for that biscuit. Never rewarding, though, with these clue scrolls. Tell you what is rewarding, a new personal best of 1 minute and 29 seconds. That is incredible. This Scythe really pulling through. 555 KC overall for another Fire Element Staff Crown. This is what we need to complete another staff. We're going to go ahead and go to the Grand Exchange, purchase a normal battle staff, and combine Fire and Ice yet again with this battle staff. And we're going to put this one in just for about 6.2 mil. Looks like the price wasn't too sure what it was doing at this current hour, so it did go down a little bit, but fear not, this staff is on the rise. So yeah, hopefully it keeps going up. Another hard clue, 91k. Following that, a master casket of 457k. Where's my puppy dog? We're 40% of the way there. All right, another kill coming up. Branda, the Fire Queen, being finished off with that scythe. As you can see, my little magic thrall hanging around there in the back. And yet again, another Fire Element Staff Crown drop. Man, it's actually crazy that before we even hit 200 kill count, we did complete the collection log minus the pet. And now we're 600 kills in, and all we need is that pet. So I hope the fact that I'm soloing does bring me some sort of luck in this video. I was questioned so many times about why I I decided to solo instead of duo. I probably answered it, I don't even know, hundreds of times throughout the last week, and honestly, I just said out of preference. I have no problem duoing things in the game, but I just wanted to solo this one. You know, I kind of wanted to make this a journey on my own, and I'm glad I did. It was very rewarding, but at the same time, it did take a little bit longer. I would say that if I'm getting 2-minute kills, this should be at least 30 kills an hour, but because of my deaths, because of all of the insane amount of clue scrolls that I've been doing this whole entire grind, I would say this took like 50 to 55 hours to complete from start to finish. And yeah, it just really dragged on. Not to mention I had done a 39-hour Wilderness Slayer stream. The day that this update got released was the day I finished that live stream, so I kind of had to catch up on sleep and get a late start to this. But we are getting lucky. I mean, there's another staff that we managed to complete. Let's go ahead and put this one in for 6.3 mil. Yet again, these Grand Exchange slots are filling up with all sorts of staffs. Another Master coming in, 412 overall, 270k. Following that, another Elite Clue Scroll, 159k. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are 70% of the way there. 700 kills out of 1,000. As you can see, we clearly have mastered this now. We are getting multiple kills in one inventory before banking. We're rarely dying at this point in time. Had a lot of deaths in the beginning for sure, but that was more so just being reckless with my HP. Again, you should never die here. You can definitely take damage here, but it should be pretty challenging to die. So, but again, if it happens, don't feel too bad. You simply can teleport right on back and get your stuff. It will cost you 500k, but I think I've warned you guys more than enough in this video to stay alert and save money on deaths. So with that being said, 800 kills into the video so far. We are still missing the pet. The only thing I keep seeing is a ridiculous amount of clue scrolls, but that, you know, goes without being said at this point. We're just going to continue to do them all, and maybe it'll pay off. Get that master clue pet, get that third age item, get some more profit to that price check. 820 kills into the video. Gotta love that number 20. We are still looking for the pet, but 12 kills after that, we did receive the Fire Element Staff Crown yet again. I don't know why it's labeling it as 14k. It's worth a whole lot more than that. Very similar to the Brimstone Ring, very similar to the Noxious Halberd, only instead of 3 pieces, you only need 2, and this one being the second. You guys know. KC 842, we've now gotten the Ice Element Staff Crown. We're gonna go ahead and once again combine this into the Twin Flame staff. Gonna put it in the Grand Exchange and also just check out my investment of 7.5 mil per staff. We're gonna buy as many as we can because they've already gone up 2 mil since I've done it, and yeah, it's good to make money while flipping and saving up items while they go up in price. 7.4 mil for that last staff. I will happily take that. Hopefully get at least one more before the end of the video. Always damaging to do these clues in the desert, but more damaging to do them in the wilderness. As you can see, another master clue being completed yet again. Let's go ahead and open this up. So many wilderness steps throughout this grind as well. 475k from the master. Unfortunately, we do have to recharge the scythe yet again. More vials of blood, more blood runes, and 60 personal deaths on top of that. That's right. Unfortunately, I died over 60 times while killing this boss 1,000 times. Here we are at KC 900 overall, and I did get 6-hour logged before I got a chance to loot. That's right, the collection log still not showing that pet. It could have been the 900th kill, but now I'll never know. Either way though, opening up another hard clue scroll and getting a lovely compliment at the bank, and not only at the bank but in the private messages. You gotta absolutely love that. I love this community, and I hope you guys are loving this video. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who kept me company on those live streams, grinding this out from 1KC all the way up to, what are we at now, 920. Lucky number 20. Are we gonna get this pet? Are we ever gonna see it? No. Well, we at least got another piece of the staff. All right, well, we have about a little less than 80 kills to go. What a beautiful elite clue. 2.6 mil with a collection log drop down of a lava dragon mask. I feel like that is very rare. Following that, a decent master clue. Just kidding, it wasn't decent at all. Maybe the hard clue will actually be worth more, and it is, which actually leads us to another collection log slot, a Rune H5 body. I really needed that one, so I will happily take it. 8 kills left to go. There we have it, the Fire Element Staff Crown. Well, there we go. That is probably going to be the last staff that I can complete. As you can see, the Grand Exchange is filled with these staves, whether we're selling them or buying them. The last one did sell for 8.5 mil. Well, the proof is in the picture. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that. This staff is on the rise as of now anyway. It definitely could crash by the time you watch this video. If it's like a month later, who knows? But hopefully they keep going up. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, loot from 1,000 Royal Titans has been completed. A big thank you to the Twitch chat and a big thank you to you for watching today's YouTube video. I really appreciate it. And of course, we are going to get a clue scroll in the last kill because why not? So we'll go ahead and open that up. Not much from it. And with these 1,000 untradeable pages, I'm going to go to Temporos and I'm going to transform them into soaked pages, receive almost 51k runecrafting XP, and we're able to now sell the pages since we transformed them into soaked. Now we're also going to trade in these amulets to the odd old man, trading 25 amulets in and receiving 750 big bones. We're going to go ahead and get another inventory full because we did get a lot of them for an additional 750, and then finally with the ones remaining we end up at 1,830 big bones. Alright, well, what's untradeable has now become tradable, and now it's time for the price check. This is the very first one. All of the runes as well as the alkables, the seeds, which are very useful for Ironman accounts, close to 100,000 water runes. That's insane. A lot of battle staves worth high alk value. 42.4 mil from the very first price check. Now we move on to the second one. This is the rest of the seeds as well as the herbs and of course the coin drops, which was about 1.3 mil or so. Might be off by a couple 100k, but overall this price check did come out to be 9.4 mil. Now we're going to take those soaked pages and those big bones from earlier, which was from the pages and amulets, and essentially from this 4.1 mil. A really nice addition to the price check, so don't discount those amulets or pages just because they're untradeable. You never know what has value these days. And now for the staff drops. All of these staff drops are just going to collect all this GP into the inventory directly, and it looks like once we click that button, a whopping cash stack of 48.3 mil spawns in the inventory, so that is just from rare drops. Overall loot from 1,000 Royal Titans solo does come out to be 104.2 mil. Unfortunately, no pet this time, but nevertheless, it is a clean 1,000 kills. And I've had a lot of pet luck recently, so I really can't complain, especially since the Inferno pet. But with the overall supply cost of runes, blood shards, food and potions, as well as scythe charges, that comes out to be 74 mil. The cost of dying 66 times, 33 mil, which means at the end of the day, just from the Titans alone, we lost about 3 mil, but luckily all the clue scrolls we did make up for the loss, and I would say we ended up profiting from this video just shy of about 5 mil. Runelite was not tracking the loot from this boss until day 4, so what you're seeing are all of the kills post that, but overall I just had a lot of fun with this one. It was a long grind, but a very rewarding one. I feel like I'm the only one in game who's killed this 1,000 times solo, at least at this point in time, and if I'm not the only one, there can only be a handful of us because it is insane to do. And from now on, if I ever come back to this boss, I will be destroying the loot in hope of receiving the pet as soon as possible, and maybe I'll even duo in the future. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. A huge thank you to the YouTube channel members, with a special shout out to DeceptionZ as well as xXzoticx and DaeDogGaming. If you want to give me any extra support every month on YouTube, you can always become a YouTube channel member today. And if you want to do something that costs you nothing at all, if you have Amazon Prime, feel free to check out the Twitch channel in the description below, and you can use your Twitch Prime sub, and that does benefit me directly. Well, that is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Mr. No Sleep out.